Long ago, in a quiet village surrounded by dry fields and tired trees, the people had forgotten what rain felt like. The rivers had shrunk into thin lines of mud, the farms had turned to dust, and the sky stayed silent. For 3 years, not a single drop of rain fell from the heavens. The elders gathered every night, staring at the empty sky. In that village lived a small girl named Amara. Amara was not the strongest. She was not the richest, but she had something rare, a heart that felt the pain of others. Every day she watched her mother struggle to find water. She watched the farmers cry over dead crops. She watched children go to sleep hungry. One evening, Amara sat outside her hut and looked up at the sky.
Sky, why are you angry with us?
Was no answer. That night, the oldest woman in the village told a forgotten story.
Long ago, the sky used to cry when the earth was in pain. Those tears became rain. But when humans became greedy and forgot kindness, the sky stopped crying.
Villagers lowered their heads in shame, but Amara could not sleep. She kept thinking about the words. The sky stopped crying. So the next morning, Amara began walking toward the tallest hill outside the village. People laughed when they saw her.
Where are you going, little one?
I'm going to speak to the sky.
Speak to the sky.
They shook their heads, but Amara kept walking. When she reached the top of the hill, the earth beneath her feet was cracked and dry. She looked up and spoke from the deepest part of her heart.
Sky, I know people have forgotten kindness, but not everyone.
My mother still shares her last food with our neighbors. The farmers still pray for their land. And the children still believe tomorrow will be better. If you cannot cry for us anymore, then take my tears instead.
A single tear fell from her face onto the dry ground. For a moment, nothing happened. The wind stopped. The trees stood still. The world seemed to be listening. Then, something changed. High above the clouds, the sky remembered something it had forgotten long ago. Compassion. The sky saw the small girl standing alone on the hill, crying for others instead of herself. And suddenly, the sky cried. A single drop of rain fell from the clouds. Then another. Then another. Soon the sky began to weep like it had not wept for many years. Rain poured across the land. The rivers filled again. The soil drank deeply. The people ran outside laughing and crying in the rain. When they looked toward the hill, Amara was still standing there, smiling softly as the rain washed over her face. The elders later said something the village would never forget.
The elders later said the sky had one last tear left, waiting for a pure heart.
And from that day forward, whenever the rain began to fall, the villagers would whisper, "The sky